Welcome back to Let's Play Magic Pengel. So, I did a couple things since last time, one of which is I realized that beating up children for their colors is wrong. It's terribly inefficient. What you should be doing is beating up adults, because they have way more colors. So specifically, you go into town, and you challenge people to duels. And I feel like this is kind of neat because you get to see a lot of neat doodles, a lot of neat dialogue. I feel like it's something that I may want to show off anyway at some point, so I'm probably going to show off those in the future at some point. I'll just go around and beat up everybody. But you get so many colors for that. So, you get a ton of colors. I used a lot of those colors to color things. I also made 2 new doodles. I made a blooper, and I made Koibi. So the blooper is kind of weird because he has, those are like actual legs. And he stands on them weird. But that's fine. And then Kirby is a little terrifying right now because he doesn't have a face, but that's fine. I ran out of ink. Not like color-wise, I ran out of, like you can see down here, my little thing is... I have no drawing left to draw with. But yeah, I also got new brushes. I used the monumental amount of color that I got from beating up the townsfolk to... Oh, right, you can zoom this in and out, I forgot. So I changed that for gold, and I used that to buy some more brushes. So I have a very thin and a thick square. I've not actually used the thick square, but like the brim of his hat is actually using the very thin. Which you'd go, hey, that doesn't look very thin, but when you think about how big that is, that would be huge. It'd be round. Yeah, so we got Koibi. He has room for improvement because I gave him a yo-yo hat, so I can put, like, as I get more room to draw, I can put eyes on him, I can put yo-yos in his hand, I could put, like, a string and then a yo-yo connected to the string. Like, I actually have room to grow and do more work on this doodle. The blooper as well, like, the blooper looks pretty well finished right now. Other than he's got some buggle eyes, that's fine. So he looks mostly finished now, but I can just make a school of little bloopers. Little bump bloopers, and this can be a mama blooper. I do feel like I may redraw some of these at some point to get them to look a little bit better, but here's where we are right now. Trogdor, I am to the point where I can't really add much to Trogdor. Without, redrawing him from scratch. Like, I think I've done about all there is that I can do with him. As far as just, like, adding more stuff. So what I would need to do is just redraw him from scratch, but bigger. So for the time being, I just added some Majesty lines around him, which don't work exactly as intended, but you know what? It's fine. Look at that Majesty. So yeah, once I get some more gold, I think I have enough brushes now that I can at least kind of get by with what I got. So once I save up enough gold to buy the other ones, I'll actually do that on screen, just so you see, like, it's not a complicated process, but I don't want to just go, hey, I did this, I bought these things off screen when I've never actually bought anything before. Also, the dueling of the townsfolk is something I absolutely want to show at least some of, because right now, you haven't really seen it, but yeah, you just talk to them and you say duel, and they're like, "Oh, you'll duel me, will you? I'll see you in the seaside arena." And then you just go down there and talk to the guy, and he's like, "So I hear you're having a duel. You want to go in and fight him?" And then you do, and then you beat him up. And you get a lot of things when you win. So of note, though, is that different townsfolk are actually better than other townsfolk. Like, some townsfolk just aren't that great, and some are amazing. You don't really have a way to know if you haven't just been fighting everybody and see who unlocks win. Because for the most part, the younger people, the chillins, like her even, are actually pretty easy to take out. And you can tell what color you'll get from dueling them by looking at the Pengel that's flying around them. The little white thing. So, like, I beat her up, like, twice and just got, like, a friggin' ton of white. White and black and gray and everything. Because you get multiple colors, too. You don't just get, oh, you got a bunch of white. No, you get white, black, gray, like a whole assortment of colors in that area. So, yeah, you get a ton of colors that way. Change them in over there for other things. Some people better than others. Like, she wasn't bad at all to take out. But right down here, our flesh fish salesman, he won't even fight me right now. Like, I say, like, hey, let's duel, and he's like, nah, you're not good enough yet. So, yeah. So today, we're going to go beat up some more children. And then hopefully we're going to be able to draw more things. Because who doesn't like drawing more things? Yeah, short of it though is got a lot of ink. Beat up a lot of adults. Bought some brushes. Made new doodles. Will at one point show dueling and buying brush.
Do you want to enter?
I sure do. Boop, boop, boop. I may also redo Kirby once I get a lighter colored pink. Like, he's an alright colored pink right now. But he could do with being a lighter color. But I couldn't figure out who in town to beat up to get the correct color pink.
Do you really think you can beat me? Well, I'm going to give you a lesson in losing.
Oh, hey, it's you. I get to beat you up. And that is not a if I've seen one. That is an oh-ho-ho, and don't you tell me otherwise. So also beating up the townsfolk, I've kind of figured out what the most efficient, not efficient, like what the safest moves are when you're fighting someone. Dang it. You never know what to start. You never know what to start with.
Well,
it's always a toss-up.
But it's not my fault.
But it always comes down to, are you on the offensive or are you on the defensive? And right now, I'm on the defensive. So we look at attack. No, we have magic and attack. So magic beats attack. So what we want to do actually is use attack if we're on the defensive. Doesn't mean we won't lose. But statistically, it is better for you. So I'm still in the defensive. So we have block and magic, so we actually want to use magic. Dang it. Okay, she's on to me. So we have attack and block. So I've been going with the second one, and she seems to disagree with that. So I'm going to go with attack. Maybe I shouldn't, though. I feel like I'm going to go with attack this time, and she's going to switch it up.
I'm going to win.
You may, actually. Dang it. See, this is why you go with the other one. Okay, well now all I can do is block, so that's cool. Okay, that's fine. It's gonna take a little bit of luck to get us from here. But we'll be fine. So we're on the offensive now because we have free control over our attacks. And it has block and magic, so block is our safest bet.
I'm going to win!
Okay, we're still on the offensive. They have attack and block, so we want to attack. Yeah, get wrecked. Okay, we're still on the offensive. They have attack and magic, so we want to use magic.
I'm going to win!
When you're on the defensive, you can either try to do the one funny thing that I'm trying to do to get back on, or you can try to work your way around,
This will make you cry,
or you can
but it's
charge
not
to get
my
out of it.
fault.
Okay, so now we're on the defensive. So we have attack and block. So I'm gonna block, especially because it's a magic type. Yes!
How'd you do that?
Okay, well, I said we were gonna need a little bit of luck, and there we go. Let's hope that keeps up. Because I can real easily turn right around.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Okay, so now we're on the defensive because she has complete control. She has every attack available to her. So we have attack and magic. So I'm going to attack. Yes, kick her with your 4 legs.
Well, this will make
Technically
you
it
cry,
has
but
6
it's not
legs,
my
but I made the
fault.
ones on the left and right wiggles instead of legs. Maybe I should have just given it 6 legs. Okay, so we are on the offensive now. So she's down to attack and magic. So of those two, magic is the safest bet. Oh, and it actually flattened her, thank heavens. Flatten, like, lowers her attack, lowers her defense, all that fun stuff. I don't actually know if it lowers her defense. It lowers her attack. And now we're tied. And when you're tied, we have attack and block. It would be stupid to block. So you either keep attacking and keep tying, or you can charge to get out of it.
I'm going to win!
But, like, this is the kind of thing that when you're tied, never even expect the opponent AI to block. Like, it is outright stupid, too. So once again, we're tied. We have block and block beats magic, so we want to block.
I'm going to win!
That's rough. That's okay, though, because I'm also a block type.
Well, this will make you cry, but it's not my fault.
Okay, once again, we're tied. We have attack and magic beats attack, so... Oh, I could go first, thank heavens.
Get back here.
Okay, so I mentioned when you're on the defensive.
You can't be better than me.
I mentioned when you're on the defensive that you want to go with, like how I have attack and block. I want to go with block instead of attack. And the reason for that is if I attack, since they have access to everything, if I attack, they can... Actually, no, since they have literally everything at their disposal. It's not important. I'll think about it some. I mathed it out before. Statistically, it's the better choice. Because, like, if I blocked, they could... I mean, I guess technically they could do anything. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We're on the offensive now, so they have attack and block. So we want to go with the attack and block. We want to go with the safest bet, which is attack.
Well, this will make you cry, but it's not my fault.
Okay, once again, we're down to magic and attack, and we're on the offensive. So magic beats attacks. We want to go with magic to be safe. You can, and this is where you can actually gauge out your opponent's AI. And you'll note that, like, if they keep tying you when you get to this point, you can try blocking instead of using magic. That is a riskier move, but it could keep you on the offense. So they should potentially just kill him outright. Yeah!
This duel doesn't prove anything.
That was a little better. That's still an oh-ho-ho, though. I think because I gave it 4 legs, it acts like a horse. Man, Pengel leveled up. Yee, now we got some color on that brush tip. Alright, so what kind of fancy things did we get? I sure did. Oh man. The design part palette. Oh man, design parts. Okay, so this is something I've kind of been waiting for a little while now, but it just lets you draw on your doodles. You can just go all over them. And that's really nice for stuff like, I don't know, eyes. So I don't have to give my blooper bug eyes. Yeah, I've been waiting for this one for a couple things. A couple of reasons, though. Anybody else here in town we haven't seen already? Bread Lady's gone. She was here earlier. Dude is still down there. We got Pepe. Singer's back. Enthusiast Girl's still there. Whoever was there is gone. At this point, I'm pretty sure we've actually seen everyone.
Well,
I don't know if I've talked to you. I mean, this seems like the kind of fantasy world where, like, everybody does. It's like Pokemon. Where, like, all of culture revolves around Pokemon, even if that's unreasonable otherwise. Like, where's the football fans? Where's the sports fans? There aren't any. They're all Pokemon fans. They're just, like, Pokemon sport fans. It's like, they're fans of Pokeball, like Poke Football. I can't say Pokeball because that's an actual thing. Like, it's just that kind of world. Like, there's nobody in this town that's like, man, I sure do love tennis. Nah. Doodle tennis. That's where it's at. Oh, my cutscene.
Hey, child. Have you seen a strange kid around here?
Who you calling child?
You'll be in big trouble if you don't tell the truth.
Child.
no, I haven't seen anyone.
I mean, admittedly, we don't know
I
where he
told
is.
you, I haven't seen anyone.
They're probably looking for that guy. The only thing that's in there is a dirty bed.
What were they thinking putting the sign here like this?
Really? We couldn't have, like, flipped it over?
Huh?
Hey, it's my doodle. I remember that guy.
Never mind. We still have to ask you to leave.
What?
This is the kingdom's land now. We'll be selling it for 1 million gold.
You sure it's worth that?
If Galileo hadn't left, then none of this would be happening. Do you kids have any idea how much 1 million gold is?
Yeah, let me go beat up some villagers. I'll have that for you.
1 million gold? I can get that.
Do you really think you can come up with that much?
That's what I said, didn't I?
Ha! Foolish child. Very well. We'll wait until the tournament is over.
I'll get the gold. You just wait.
Oh, hey, crap, he was in there. And he's not doing so hot. You know, I said there'd probably be a dirty bed in there, but it looks like they actually clean their sheets, so it probably wouldn't be that dirty.
What's this? He's a doodle. He's hurt.
Ah.
I heard something.
How's your head not a
Voice
doodle?
I've heard before. A familiar voice.
Granny, she might be able to help him. Zoe, wait up!
I mean... Why? Well, that's okay. I'm just gonna stay here for a minute. Okay, so yeah, we got a little bit more drawing ability. So we can add, I mean, I'll show you how it works anyway. So we got thick, Kirby's eyes are blue. Let's go dark blue. Design. So you just kind of get a big ol' eye, and you just kind of go, blah, and there you go, tonight. Look at the majesty. I mean, at a distance, it doesn't look that bad. Okay, let's go see what's up. There's also a, let's see, I bought one of the square brushes. There's also a very thick brush that I did not buy, and a thin square brush that I did not buy. You know, I should probably end the video, because we've been going for a little while. But you know what, let's go see what's up with Granny. We want to know what's up with our new doodle friend, who is assuredly not critical to the plot at all. Doodle medicine. Yes. Sure, I got that crap.
Thanks, Granny. We better hurry back. Come on, Taro.
Man, now I need more blue. Gotta go back down. Man, I'm glad I farmed all that. Glad I farmed all those colors. I'm glad I didn't use blue for Kirby's eyes. Kirby's eyes are weird. They're like starry. I mean, really, who knows what Kirby is? He's connected to a black hole or something. Okay, so we're gonna get out here, we're gonna use that medicine, and everybody's gonna be happy.
Well, he should be feeling better now.
I think how Doodle medicine was just a generic medicine for doodles.
For helping me.
It's like medicine for people, like there's just one kind of medicine.
Why did you sneak into the castle?
Hey, when did we learn that?
I am a doodle created by Galileo.
We're kind of supposed to talk to the townsfolk.
The very first sight I laid eyes on
They tell you a lot.
was a marketplace surrounded by green grass and a beautiful blue ocean. I'd known of this place before ever setting foot here. It's the same place from my memory. But the castle, it was calling me. The sight I saw from the castle, this place matches it perfectly. I was created in that castle. But what I remember most clearly are the woods to the east. It was there that I was raised by Galileo. I learned how to speak and how to draw doodles.
Wait, that isn't right.
Who drew this bird? Why is it here? How did it become undone?
Once a doodle starts drawing doodles, that's dangerous, man.
I asked Galileo these questions. He sighed and shook his head. Mono, I wish you could understand, he answered. Time passed, and Galileo grew ill. Mono, you'll have to decide where you want to go. It's a decision that you alone must make. Because I have to leave you soon.
I have to leave you soon.
No. Galileo, please don't leave me. Mono, my dear boy. Those tears are your heart speaking. Mono, you finally found your heart. That's wonderful. Always trust in your heart. Galileo often spoke of a beautiful place. I listened to him and learned more about the place he called home. I learned about you and Taro from the many letters he kept and treasured. My heart spoke, and I followed it here.
Can we just stop and appreciate the fact that they drew, like, 500 different paintings for that whole dialogue session? Like, every line of dialogue, they drew a new painting, even if it was just, like, the same room from a different angle, with Mono having a very slightly different expression on his face. Like, that was completely unnecessary, but they did it. Like, just the attention to detail and the amount of care they put into the little things in this game is really a thing. Alright, folks, till next time, we will see how things think.